Dana White just announced the UFC Abu Dhabi card, and I gotta say, it looks absolutely fantastic so far with some great fights. Today, we're going to be reacting to them, a little bit of an early prediction, maybe. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. So, Home of Fight has the card built for us over here, and sorry, my webcam's overlaying it just a little bit over here. So the main event is going to be Robert Whittaker versus Reinier, Movsar Evloev versus Pico, Petr Yan versus Marcus McGhee, Bryce Mitchell versus Nurmagomedov, Shara Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault, and Bogdan Guskov taking on Nikita Krylov. I love all of these, and I would imagine, is this just the main card? Because of the 6-fight main card, this is an incredible card. And I already know that a bunch of people down below are probably going to comment something like, oh, well, they'll do this for the Apex, we get some crap Fight Night pay-per-view, we get the International Fight Week card that sucks, but Abu Dhabi gets this. I don't care, it's a great card, okay? I want to talk about Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov. This is a little bit of an interesting bout, not too much really to break down about it, but Krylov dropping it out of nowhere again. I would imagine that, I don't know, like after he performed in his last fight, you know what, maybe Bogdan has a little bit of a chance over there. But Shara Magomedov, I believe that they're trying to give him a little bit of a layup in Marc-Andre Barriault. Marc-Andre Barriault is a really, really good fighter, but I think it's the UFC trying to set him up in a nice striking match, something easy for Magomedov to win. But these last 4 fights here, man. Bryce Mitchell moving down to 135 pounds, taking on Nurmagomedov. Dude, this dude gets no breaks. I feel bad for Bryce Mitchell, man. Gene Silva, Ilia Topuria, Josh Emmett just eats the bomb from Josh Emmett. Doesn't even get a chance to fight, really. And now he's moving on to the toughest division in combat sports history, taking on Nurmagomedov in a great contender. This is an incredible fight. I hope Bryce Mitchell looks good at the division. It looks like he was... I would imagine that he can make the weight okay, but I think that's a great fight. Early prediction, Nurmagomedov. Petr Yan, Marcus McGhee. Guys, there is a lot of hate towards this fight and this entire card in general. I personally love the fact that we have a contender in Petr Yan who's willing to prove that he is the best fighter in the world, and he's taking a risk in fighting a searching contender, Marcus McGhee, who is a very, very, very dangerous guy. I would imagine it's going to be a boxing-heavy fight, a kickboxing-heavy fight, and Petr Yan's going to get the job done, but it's so refreshing to see that from a contender of sitting down and going, nah, Dana White, you give me my title shot right now because I'm an entitled UFC fighter. I love that for Petr Yan. I love this matchup. It's going to be a very fun fight. Movsar Evloev getting snubbed out of a title fight. This basically confirms that we're not getting Alexander Volkanovski, or we are getting, Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez, taking on Pico coming to the UFC. With the rate that other fighters have been coming over to the UFC with all of this hype, maybe we should take a look at Movsar Evloev winning. But honestly, with this matchup, I do like Movsar. I love the fights that he's taking a look at. He is certainly a top contender. He's championship material. I would imagine that Movsar is going to get the job done, but it's really, really nice to see Pico in the UFC. I'm excited to see him perform. And Robert Whittaker versus Reinier. I love Robert Whittaker. I'm a big fan of Robert Whittaker. I worry about Robert Whittaker at this point being past his prime, man. But early prediction, I'm gonna actually have to go with De Ridder. He has a little bit more momentum with him, but it is a big step up in competition, and I hope Robert Whittaker can get the job done. Maybe get a nice solid win back in Did he win in Abu Dhabi last time? What was that? Where he was fighting Ikram Aliskerov. I'm not too sure. But I can hope the best for Robert Whittaker, man. But this is a very, very stacked card. And you know that they're going to stack the prelims too, man. Abu Dhabi always puts on some great events. I'm excited for Whittaker versus De Ridder. Movsar Evloev, Pico. Dude, if Movsar wins this and they don't give him a title fight, that is an absolute shame. I'm excited for McGhee, Mitchell, and Nurmagomedov. I'm excited for the other 2 fights as well. But this is a banger of a main card. And instead, like, I don't know, I'm one of those fans who just appreciates the fight cards. If we get a really stacked card, we get a stacked card, and this is certainly a stacked card. I don't think that this is a card that anybody should be complaining about, but with the state of the MMA community right now, that's probably what we're going to get. Let me know what you think about this down below. Thank you for watching. Why don't you check out the other video that we did upload today, talking about any fighters that would line up to see Lily Phillips. I would love to have you over there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care, guys.